We are in the mining carport at the Worthington Diamond Mine, and the centerpiece of this carport is the flight jig. And I told you a little bit ago that when this fills up, the water flows out here. See, it's higher on three sides than it is on this side. Well, then the water can go down and just go back into our supply water pond. I have a jig jigging up and down in there, and it's about time to shut it off. To explain what I've done with this is, well, I'll show you our other concentrates in a minute. I know you want to see what they look like, but this is a bunch of the mud and the silt, the fine stuff that goes through the screens. I thought there could be a diamond in that, and I think the 1 foot square screens are a little too coarse of a screen, but it came from South Africa like that. But anyhow, I don't want to miss a diamond, so I'm jigging this. Now, this stuff has a lot of dirt, mud, silt, sand in it, and I can put this on here and jig and keep jigging and pour 6 buckets in there, and as I pour it, it goes into the middle. And then as it jigs up and down, the light stuff waterfalls over the side of this. And we lose all the light material, and all the heavy material is caught in that heavy brass Saruka ring. Anyway, we've got one in here, and it's full. I've put 6 buckets of this in there. And this vat is now full of mud, and I need to dump it. So if I can do this single-handedly here and videotape at the same time. This is how a plumber dumps a vat like that. A giant Slurpee machine. It all drained out. And I can remove the Saruka now and set it here to drain. See, it's tipped so it'll drain, and when it's dry, or when it's the water is dripped out of it, put one of these on there, and then I pick the whole thing up and turn it over, and I set it on one of these, and then I carry it out in the sun to dry. And this is what you were looking for. This is the bigger stuff. This is what you get from 4 tons of material that we ran this morning. So quite a bit of heavies. It does not have to be like a regular Saruka. This Pleitz jig is different. It doesn't center it because it just jigs up and down. It puts all the heavies on the bottom, then when you flip it over, they're on the top. See how I put the thing there and then set it. So let me talk about the material that is in this. So the lamproite does not look this color. It doesn't look anything like this. It doesn't look like it has a grain of gravel in it. We run it through, and presto, we've got these heavies. And you think, how did this gravel get in there? Well, think about the intrusion. It was a shallow sea with sand and pebbles on the beach. And then a volcano hit it and blew everything up into the air, mixed everything together, including the sand and the pebbles, and then fell back down in and hardened as this volcanic lamproite. One of the things that came up from 100 miles deep in the diamond stability zone was the diamond. So it'll be in here with the gravel, the beach gravel that got in here. Later, after, I'm going to have to hurry and explain this because we have rain coming, and I want to carry these Sarukas inside under the carport to finish drying so they don't get rained on. But after the volcanic material cooled, it cracked, and hot waters and things leached in there, and barite was formed. That's this black, white material here. At the crater, sometimes you can find baby blue. All that we have here is the white barite. Now, I was challenged on this. No, that's calcite, not barite. Well, if you take some of this white material and put acid on it, like muriatic acid, it would bubble up and fizz if it was calcite. But if it's barite, it won't. Well, we put acid on it, and it did not bubble up and fizz. So this is white barite. And we don't have any of the baby blue. In fact, I'm glad we don't have any more barite than this, because it's a little denser than the diamonds, and it could be hiding a diamond right now. So what I will do is let this dry. I'll scoop all these heavies out and put in a pan, and my wife will look through the pebbles one by one with a magnifying light. So let me explain a little about the density. The entire purpose of this diamond recovery plant is to separate light material from dense material. Now, the lamproite has a specific gravity of 2.14. In other words, a little piece of lamproite is a little over 2 times as dense as equal amount of water. So 2.14 density. These jaspers and chalcedony and novaculite and the cryptocrystalline quartz have a specific gravity of 2.65. Now, a diamond is 3.52. In other words, 3.5 times denser than the equal amount of water. Well, the barite is a 4.15, I believe. Do you see this pink in here? I haven't seen this in years. I just saw it and remembered when we mined up at the kimberlite mine, we got some of that pink, and I asked a geologist, what is that? And he said it's unakite. And I have not seen that in 20 years. But anyway, we've got some unakite in this, just like they did at the kimberlite mine, which it was called kimberlite mine, but there's no kimberlite there. It's lamproite. But anyway, unakite. And I'll have to check the density on that. I don't have that one memorized because I haven't even seen it in years. But we have some of what the guys call hematite in here. I'm not sure the density of this, but it's an irony gravel, actually. Hema, iron. Anyway, this is what our centers look like. This is what we've got. This is where the diamonds will be. So this marvelous machine here, all of this equipment, the whole purpose of it was to sort through 4 tons of material like this. These are our tailings. And it discarded this and much more. There's a lot more than 4 tons. I mean, 4 tons is a lot more than this. But it discarded all that light material. That plant is saying you won't find a piece of barite in this or a diamond in this. All the heavy materials have been saved right here. This is all the dense material from 4 tons of lamproite. And that's what that plant does. It narrows it down so you don't have to look through 4 tons of little rocks to find the diamonds. You just have to look through these few ounces. So my wife's going to look through it and find the diamonds. Now, if you think there's a diamond in there, you can't say, oh, it's mine. But there's also, I see some black shiny spinel in there. We've seen all the diamond indicators as well as diamond in this stuff. They are, as I said, shiny black chromium spinel, grass green chromium diopside, and blood red or purple pyrope garnet, G9s and G10s. Those are your classic diamond indicator minerals. We found all of that in this material along with diamonds, and so we continue to process more and more all the time. But right now, with the threat of rain or a promise of rain, I'm going to get everything inside so this work doesn't all get washed away into a pile in the grass.